A couple years ago, my husband told me that I was a bare minimum wife and mother. This obviously upset me. I felt like I was doing everything. I was raised by a mother who contracted out raising us, worked full-time, and our coaches, teachers, the heavy lifting of raising us. So as a stay-at-home mom who makes home-cooked meals every night with her children from sun up to sundown, eyes open to eyes closed every single day, what do you mean I'm bare minimum? So I took this very personally because he didn't really elaborate. Started doing all this extra stuff like making butter, making pasta from scratch, doing all this extra stuff. Now I'm in his face like, who's bare minimum now? Who's bare minimum me? It was still me. I was still bare minimum because it wasn't my culinary skills that he was talking about. He wasn't looking for handmade pasta. He was looking for a wife and a mother who did her job and did it without an attitude. Saw her children as a blessing rather than a burden. Brought peace and comfort and light to the home. But I was so angry with his honesty that instead of taking a second to consider that maybe I was bare minimum, sis, you can do all the work in the world, but if your attitude is stinking up your home, it's gonna be your legacy. That's gonna be all that's remembered. And most of the time, the problem is we just need to slow down. Now, this is something that I'm still working on, still working through. And recently, it was something that I needed to be reminded of. Cooking, cleaning, feeding your family is the easy part. But what attitude you do it with is going to be what's remembered. Working way too hard, don't tarnish your legacy. 30 years from now, your children and your husband won't look back and remember that delicious butter. They'll remember overstimulated, touched out mother who screamed the whole time she made the butter. Turned her back on her husband at the end of the night because she was so tired from churning her own butter.
Wow, what's going on, everybody? It's the boy Dean. Class is in session, everybody. Man, this is a very, very good video. I like to call this an awakening of what the game is really going to help you guys out when you get the game. Listen, gentlemen, I've always said to you guys out here that we cannot have an expectation to say that a woman has to come into our world and our life perfect. There will never be a perfect woman because at the end of the day, if we take a moment and look at what women are, remember, they're the subtotal of all the guys before you, so they don't have any kind of structure. So what I really, really enjoy about that video is that if you take a moment and look at what she's actually saying and what she's actually talking about, she's talking about, well, I feel just because I'm your wife, I'm doing everything correctly because I'm here. I'm cooking for you. I'm cleaning for you. I'm taking care of the kids. I mean, isn't that enough? And no, as a man, I keep telling you guys, it will never be enough. And the reason why it will never be enough is because, gentlemen, if she's doing it with an attitude, she's not being a team player. And the important thing about a team player is actually a woman that enjoys doing that. It's not, listen, see, people get a false impression that it's a dictatorship and women hate doing things. But guys, I'm telling you, when you get this game down and you become a student of the game and you learn the game correctly, what's going to happen is that women are going to loving doing things. And it's not for you, it's the love of saying that this is my man. I'm doing it for my man. I'm doing it because, you know what, I love being here. You know, guys, it's like the ultimate job. You know what I mean? When you have the ultimate job, if you think about it, the ultimate job that if you ever had the ultimate job, when you love coming into work every day and clocking in every day and sitting around and just enjoying your time so much, like, man, I can't believe I love this so much. Time flies by. Well, that's what happens when a woman gets with a man. It's not a dictatorship. It's just that, you know what? It's that the connection that you have with her is so deep that they enjoy those connections. They enjoy those bonds, and they enjoy the way you treat them when they are worthy of your time, attention, your respect, and especially your name. They should honor you. There should not be an attitude. Like, gentlemen, when you get women, I promise you, when you learn the game correctly, you get women, they are going to love going. I mean, look, it's like the excitement going to the grocery store knowing I'm doing this for my man. I'm cooking for my man. So when we're in the NBA, so if you're watching baseball right now or watching the basketball playoffs, she cooks for you right there, makes you a plate, and is like, you know what, man, baby, and rubs your face. Is there anything I need to get you? Well, you know what? And they feel proud about that. It's not a chore. And the only reason women see it as a chore is because the people that they're with is not only dumping their emotions on the woman, but they're also not appreciating the little things. And again, like she said, you know what? Okay, well, I'm this person, so I'm gonna make new pasta and I'm gonna make new butter. And then she makes the butter and she makes the pasta, but she's making the butter and she's making the pasta with an attitude. So if you're making the butter and the pasta with an attitude, then why should I reward you? Because you're not doing, it's not coming. Gentlemen, when you allow women to be women as men, that's what you're going to tell what you're going to get. That's what I'm saying. Every woman is not for you, because every broken woman that comes to you is going to want to remain broken because that's their comfort zone. So I'm saying to you guys, if you want long-lasting relationships or long-lasting marriages and things like that, you don't try to force a woman to do anything. It's always going to be free will. But when she recognizes the kind of man you are, that's when she's going to start to change your attitude. We cannot expect a woman to the clouds to open up and the stork drops this perfect woman with a bow on top of her head. Gentlemen, we have to understand that every woman out there, the average woman, and this is just what it is, they're broken. They're like wild ass horses. They have no structure, they have no direction, they have no discipline, they have nothing because of who they were with. Here's the good news for you guys. Most of the guys that these women have been with are not you. That's the good news. See, when you learn the game, you learn your value, you learn your standard, what will begin to happen is they will start to honor the way you honor yourself, through your honor and your integrity of what you are. You don't have to worry about women getting mad or upset. They're going to know their place and they're going to love their place where they're at. And you don't have to force them there. But remember, I've always said, the only way to calm down a wild horse is to put a calm horse in the same stable, because it will train that wild horse on how to move so the two can move correctly. But you don't tell a woman, this is what I need you to do. But what I like with what he did, it was only okay. I like what he did, but I don't like him not checking the attitude. I'm sure the attitude came up before they even got married, but he let these things slide. But he was honest enough to tell that woman what's going on. And because he told her what was going on, she started to realize and recognize that it's not what I'm doing. It's not what I'm doing. If I'm sweeping the floor, if I'm putting the plate and spoon on the table, if I'm washing a dish or putting up the dishes, or if, in her case, if I'm making the pasta or I'm making the butter, it's none of those things. It's the attitude behind what she's doing. And if any woman that you're with is giving you an attitude, she is not worthy of your time. She is not worthy of your attention. She is not worthy of your respect. What is very important, gentlemen, is that you have got to lay down the law as a man and not allow a woman to dictate where she wants to go, how she wants to move. The more you dictate how she wants to go and where she wants to move, you're going to have more of a problem. It's not the action. The action is okay. But now that we're getting deep in the game, it's the attitude that actually comes with the action. Because if the attitude is wrong, the action is not going to carry the weight, because she's not doing it because she loves to do it and she wants to make you feel good. She's doing it because, well, you getting on my damn nerves and all this stuff. And you don't have to deal with women like that. Guys, I keep telling you, stop messing with low-hanging, bottom-of-the-barrel women, and you're going to have much of a better time with yourself. But it starts with you. Everything's going to start with you at the end of the day, and the kind of man you are. You supposed to be the calm horse that's bringing this wild ass horse into your life, who has no structure, no discipline, and she doesn't know what she's doing. So if you can bring that person in, you're going to get this thing down, guys. It's a beautiful thing. But sometimes a woman has got to wake up and recognize that It is not the actions that I do, it's the attitude that I have behind the action. Because if you guys want long-lasting relationships, not you with them, but them with you, they have got to realize your value and your worth. Like I told you guys before, we don't sit around and beg women to be with us. They recognize that we're the reason why they should mess with us. So guys, please remember and understand this at the end of the day. Don't look at situations as far as, you know what, I've got to be this, I've got to do this, I've got to move this way. What we want to do is we want to make sure that at the end of the day, it's all about you, how you move and you think. When you love yourself and they recognize how a man moves who loves himself, they're going to realize if I don't fix my behavior, he's going to get rid of me. If I don't realize that I've got a man that loves himself, that is moving forward, that is a dominant, assertive man, then he's going to get rid of me. So I just want y'all guys to soak this in. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Guys, please understand this, man. Making butter and pasta has nothing to do with the game. Make that butter and pasta all you want. I don't care. But if you got an attitude behind the butter and the pasta, then we have a problem. And if we have a problem, the problem isn't me. The problem is going to be you getting out of my life. So guys, I just want to let y'all guys know that. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments, man. And let's keep getting it. Let's keep going, man. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.